Hey, what's up, y'all? So finally, the 4K UHD Blu-ray version of Final Destination Bloodlines has finally come. Let's check it out next on the G.A.Turks show. Yo, this movie right here. So first of all, let me just tell you that I really, make sure my mic is on. I don't want to have movies in my collection that I don't like. I don't just buy movies just to buy them or whatever. I generally want movies that I like. Especially now that I have a surround sound, I want to make, I want movies, especially action movies or horror movies. I have fun with those, I like the bigness of the sound and, the people walking behind me or the dogs, barking on this side or somebody jumping out on that side. I get into it. Now, this movie, Final Destination Bloodlines. Let's talk about it for a second. I know we're here to talk about the 4K, but it was so good.
Real fast, I'm just sitting there thinking, you know what else would be good? If you would reach on over there and digital dab that subscribe button. I mean, you're right here and it's free. That's a deal. I'm just trying to find out that you were here before you go. All right, back to the show. Bye.
It was just one movie that I was just surprised by because they were original and authentic about this sequel. This sequel made sense. I loved how original it was. They kind of spent things around a little bit, and then there was a little twist, a family drama twist in it that, was thrown in there, and I love a good twist, and it's a good twist. It was really interesting to me. I really enjoyed how they sent off Tony Todd. I just think that they couldn't have done it any better. The way that they sent him off. To have this movie a part of your legacy and then to have this last moment be a message to everyone. It was just so fitting in the moment, in the movie. It was sentimental. It was real. It was amazing. I heard, everyone knew what was happening with him. One of the directors asked him, or the director asked him, "Hey, Tony, is there anything you would like to say before you leave?" And he turned to the camera and gave us the moment where he says to us all,
"Life is precious. Enjoy every single second."
I just thought it was brilliant. And the way they gave his character a backstory, it was just amazing. So if you get a chance, get this movie, check this movie out. But what we're here for, how did I enjoy the 4K? I enjoyed it. So first of all, it was great with the sound. I have a issue here. So this movie gives us a variety of sound options. It comes with Dolby True HD 7.1 and Dolby Atmos. Now I have been testing out the other options. Normally when I see that a disc has several options, I just generally go to Atmos because Atmos seems to be the more popular sound option. But lately I've been checking out the other options, and to me it seems like True HD 7.1, I think it sounds better. Ultimately, both of them gives you a rich sound of bigness. When there's chaos, you really feel it. It puts you in the center of everything. But I don't know. I'm going to have to, I've been really checking out the other options just to see, if I like those more than Atmos, because, we just go right to Atmos and we don't even check out the other options. I'm going to check into the other options more because I want to know why they putting these other options on here if the ultimate or the best option is on here already. Why would we be interested in a True HD 7.1? The aspect ratio is a 2.391, so you'll have bars at the top and the bottom of your screen. For some reason, I wish that movies would just do full screen. But, they want to make that an IMAX experience. Back in the day, we had full screens. What's so funny is that when they first started doing the black at the top and the bottom. I, for some reason, thought that was really cool. And I thought, I thought it was like, okay, we're watching an actual movie when you brought it home and you saw that on the disc when you were watching it. But now, today, I feel totally opposite. I want that full screen effect. And I often wonder if you're actually seeing the full screen of the actual picture that they want you to see. But this picture was absolutely beautiful. It gave me the cinematic feeling, just like when I saw it in the movie theaters. But the funny thing about 4Ks is when you bring those movies home, they tend to look a lot better. They look better than when you watch them in the theater. So that's always a good experience. And they did a really good job of giving you that fresh, home, neighborhood, updated feeling when you are looking at the backgrounds and the settings. Everything is fresh and new, and it just gives you a safe feeling. But of course, in this movie, nothing is off limits and no one is really safe. Another great thing is that this picture is in native 4K. It wasn't upscaled from a 2K composite or anything like that. It is native 4K. So you're getting the full resolution exactly the way that they want you to see it. So it comes off, it shines, it's really clean. But yeah, so the picture's it's beautiful. It's brilliant, especially when you have that 4K crisp. It's the type of thing that you want to see when you watch a movie at home. You want to enjoy something like this. Now, would it be considered reference quality? I wouldn't say reference quality, only because for me, I like the digital look. I like a more saturated look. I enjoy that look. To me, as long as you're not saturated to the point where you look like you have a sunburn or something like that, I'm cool. But I like my reds to pop. I like my greens to pop. I like the blues to pop. It just makes me feel like I'm watching a movie. And so when I see that, you have some 4Ks, especially older movies, where they've kind of scaled back to kind of have a natural tone. I don't like that. But this is not oversaturated. It kind of hits the sweet spot where it's just kind of warm, not oversaturated, but just right. The reds are not completely popping, but then again, it could be my settings. But again, I like a more saturated look, and they still don't really pop the way that I would like for it to. But I just noticed that that's the difference between Blu-rays and 4Ks. They kind of really give you a beautiful picture on Blu-ray. They're now dialing it back for these 4K movies. But it gives you both options for HDR10 and Dolby Vision. So you have, if your TV shows one or the other one, you get both of those options. So they really kind of put everything in here so that you can get the optimal experience. So between the sound, the bigness, the music, and the beautiful picture, I think you're going to get an awesome 4K experience. So if you want your copy of Final Destination Bloodlines, click the link below, help the channel out, and order it from the link that I provided. Team, that's my 4K UHD Blu-ray review of Final Destination Bloodlines. Check it out. Let me know what you think about it. Post your comments down below. Until the next movie review, I'll see you soon. Bye.